Hello, I am Meyer Collins. This is CS6460 Educational Technology. I've chosen the development track and I am presenting Milestone 1 of the Insecure Code Generator and Teaching Assistant. First, I would like to cover what problem does Insecure solve? As you can see from the chart, according to Thormundson, the number of computer science students graduating from university has increased by at least 300% over the past 15 years, from a low of 17,000 in 2010 to a high of 52,000 graduates in 2022. Furthermore, over the past 10 years, Bierman reports that software vulnerabilities have led to trillions of dollars in financial losses, increased risk to national infrastructure, and software vulnerabilities only continue to increase at an alarming rate. Lastly, while most organizations have a cybersecurity department that is charged with identifying and mitigating risks posed by software vulnerabilities, Williams states it would be better if we made secure coding part of the curriculum for all engineering students. That is to say, teach cybersecurity and secure coding practices early in software developers' careers. In order to raise awareness of secure coding practices, the Open Web Application Security Project, or OWASP, consisting of leading industry and academic leaders, has published their top 10 web application security risks, covering topics such as broken access control, crypto failures, code injection, insecure design, and many more. With the vision statement of no more insecure software and the mission to be the global open community that powers secure software through education, tools, and collaboration, the OWASP provides foundational knowledge to security-oriented professionals. However, learning secure coding practices often requires investing time in the OWASP alongside academic and professional career development. If only there were a better way to teach secure coding practices. Enter the Insecure Code Generator and Teaching Assistant. Now, target users for this application are beginner, intermediate, and advanced computer science and engineering students who are at various stages in their academic careers. At the beginner level, most students have little to no experience and are learning basic programming concepts while also learning the very syntax of programming languages. As the target user's experience grows, the size and complexity of the projects and workload increases. At the advanced level, most students are doing internships with prospective employers, may already be employed, and ready to enter the workforce or move on to pursue an advanced degree. Now, a typical scenario of an intern or new computer science graduate may be asked by their manager at Acme Inc. to design and deploy a web application that performs create, read, update, and delete or CRUD operations on a company database. Eager to get a return offer letter or advance to more complex projects, an engineer or developer may be tempted or even encouraged to reach out to a Gen AI tool like ChatGPT, with little to no regard for cybersecurity or secure coding practices. The code here may work, but without robust review processes, it is possible that one or more vulnerabilities may be introduced to production code. Code which, if left unpatched, can lead to millions of dollars in losses and loss of reputation to many companies and employers. This is where Insecure addresses an existing gap in computer science education by using a generative AI-powered teaching assistant backed by CodeLlama, a freely available large language model comparable performance to Microsoft's Copilot, which then combines that with an interface most developers are already familiar with. This powerful teaching assistant can then leverage techniques such as retrieval augmented generation, fine-tuning, and prompt engineering to assist programmers with coding while also introducing secure coding practices from day one.
Now let's move on to a brief demo. As mentioned earlier, this demo is powered by CodeLlama quantized to 7-bit parameters, as well as Node.js web server, WebSockets library, and Slack as their intermediate user interface, all running on an Apple Silicon M4 chip. This code is available on GitHub, and the link is provided in the report. All right, let's get started with the demo. So first of all, let's go ahead and start the server. Cool. First, we'll use insecure to help me write a Python function that generates a Fibonacci sequence. This function is much like a normal Gen AI tool like Gemini, ChatGPT, or Copilot. Here, up next, is where the power of insecure comes into play. Let's ask it to help me generate an SQL query using Python in insecure mode. As we can see here, first we get an insecure example, which contains an SQL injection vulnerability. Ooh, drop table users, very dangerous. Now if we go down to the secure example, we see there's been some input sanitization, which mitigates and reduces the likelihood of SQL injection. Let's do one more. Let's ask insecure to help me add an image tag using insecure mode. As we can see here, we get examples of insecure code and secure code in order to add an HTML tag, an HTML image tag to an HTML document. Lastly, if your user does not want to use insecure mode, they can always go back and say insecure app, help me write a function that reverses a string in Python. And it will behave as normal. Again, this is not limited to Python. It can do any language supported by CodeLlama. And I look forward to your feedback and future iterations of the Insecure Coding Assistant.